It's over half farm sold for $3.5 million, leaked Matt and Caryn's jailed little. It starts with a silence that feels louder than any argument ever filmed. For more than 2 decades, Roloff Farms was not just land. It was memory. It was childhood. It was tradition. And to millions of viewers, it was family. But today, that image is cracking. Not slowly. Suddenly. Half the farm is gone. Sold. $3.5 million. And with that sale, many fans are asking the same haunting question. Is this the end of Little People Big World as we know it? This is not just about land. This is about power, control, trust, and a family that may never recover. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you may see everything differently. For years, Roloff Farms symbolized something rare on reality television. Stability, familiarity, a place that felt frozen in time while the rest of the world changed. Viewers watched kids grow up. Seasons passed. Pumpkins returned every fall. And no matter what drama unfolded, the farm always remained. Until it did not. When news broke that a large portion of Roloff Farms had been sold for $3.5 million, fans were stunned. Social media exploded with confusion, anger, and heartbreak. Not just because land was sold, but because of what it represented. This was the land many believed would be passed down to the children. A legacy. A promise, spoken or unspoken. Instead, it became a transaction. But to understand how we got here, we have to go back. Long before cameras arrived, Roloff Farms was Matt Roloff's vision. Built with ambition, persistence, and at times, stubborn control. From the very beginning, Matt positioned himself not just as a father, but as a builder. A decision maker. The architect of everything. As the show grew, so did the pressure. Fame brought money. Money brought power struggles. And slowly, cracks began to show. Viewers noticed it years before any sale. Conversations about inheritance turned tense. Discussions about the future felt guarded. Children who once spoke openly about taking over the farm began to sound unsure. Some stopped talking about it altogether. Then came Caryn. Caryn Chandler entered the picture first as an employee, then as a presence, then as a partner, and eventually, as one of the most controversial figures in the entire story. To some viewers, Caryn represented a fresh start for Matt. To others, she symbolized a shift. A turning point where family decisions felt less like family and more like business. And business is where everything changed. Behind the scenes, negotiations were happening. Talks between Matt and his children about buying the farm reportedly stalled. Prices were discussed. Conditions were set. Expectations clashed. What hurt the most was not just that deals fell apart, but how public it became that they did. Fans watched emotional conversations unfold on screen. Disappointment. Frustration. Distance. And then, silence. One by one, the children stepped away. Some physically. Some emotionally. And with each step back, the farm felt less like a future and more like an asset waiting to be sold. When the announcement finally came that a major portion of the property had been sold for $3.5 million, it felt final. This was not downsizing. This was a door closing. Online, rumors spread fast. Some claimed legal trouble. Others whispered about investigations, arrests, even jail. Let us be very clear here. There's no confirmed public record that Matt or Caryn were jailed. No verified reports of arrests connected to this sale. Those claims live in comment sections, forums, and speculation fueled by emotion. But rumors do not appear from nowhere. They appear when trust is broken. They appear when transparency disappears. And they appear when fans feel excluded from a story they have invested in for over 20 years. What is confirmed is this. A significant portion of Roloff Farms was sold. The sale price was approximately $3.5 million. The sale did not involve the children. And the emotional fallout has been visible. Viewers noticed the tone of the show change. Less warmth. More distance. Conversations that felt scripted. Smiles that did not reach the eyes. Even Matt himself appeared different. Less triumphant. More defensive. As if trying to justify something not just to the audience, but to himself. Caryn, meanwhile, became increasingly central to decision-making. Whether fair or not, many fans began to associate her with a shift away from family legacy toward financial closure. And this is where the story becomes uncomfortable. Because money does not just change outcomes. It changes relationships. When land becomes leverage, love becomes conditional. And when legacy turns into liquidation, resentment grows. Several family members have openly admitted feeling hurt. Feeling excluded. Feeling like promises were rewritten. Not in secret, but on camera. And that matters. Reality television blurs the line between private and public. But when family conflict plays out on screen for millions, the damage does not end when filming stops. It follows you. It settles into holidays. Phone calls. Silence. So what does this sale really mean? It means the farm will never be what it was. It means the idea of the next generation taking over is, at best, uncertain. It means Little People Big World is no longer documenting growth, but closure. Some fans believe the show is already over in spirit, even if episodes continue. Others believe this was inevitable. That Matt had the right to do what he wanted with what he built. And that debate is exactly why this story cuts so deep. Because there is no clean villain. Only choices. And consequences. As for the leaked claims, the jail rumors, the whispered scandals, they reveal something important. Not about crime, but about disappointment. When audiences feel betrayed, they search for explanations that match the pain they feel. Even if those explanations go too far. And that is the true cost of this moment. Trust has eroded. Not just within the family, but between the show and its viewers. So where does this leave us now? A farm partially gone. A family divided. A show standing on uncertain ground. And millions of fans wondering if they just watched the slow ending of something they loved. Because sometimes, endings do not come with finales. They come with for sale signs. And once the land is gone, no amount of money can buy back what was supposed to stay. But here's the question that still hangs in the air. Was this the end of Little People Big World? Or is there one more chapter we are not ready for yet? Tell me what you think. And ask yourself this. If the farm was the heart of the story, what happens now that half of it is gone?